May 23rd to Wiggins Farms. This is in the persimmon orchard, and I wanted to show off these male flowers. Lord, I hope those are male, because if they're not, they should be off the persimmon. They are. F100 flowering male. I got this from England's nursery, from Cliff, and it's been very good for my pollinating. There's a couple persimmons here that have to be pollinated in order to produce seed, and there's a couple of them, because of the chromosome difference, they don't need to be pollinated, and they don't produce seed, and they produce fruit, and it's wonderful. But I wanted this to breed with different Rosseancas. But now that it's done its job and I'm good on the lower branches, I've grafted on a different variety up above it. And this one is my favorite in this orchard. Once again, I got this one from England's nursery called H120. So I'm doing these long sticks. You don't have to do it. You can do one bud, but I have all this extra scion wood now, so I'm just like trying things, and it's working out well for me. So these male flowers, I always try to explain this to people, and I can't because I don't have the male flowers in front of me. So this is the first time I'm gonna be able to film it. These are males. It's kind of like a bar room. There's a whole bunch of dudes, no ladies around. So they're all over here, and then they're hoping to pollinate with, let's see, what kind is this right here? So this is a female, but I don't see the tag, and I don't know it off the top of my head. Go to this one. I know the proc and all them are already open. So this is, oh, there you go, H120. So H120, see these wonderful looking, beautiful flowers right here. Let's see if I can get it held up. It's not quite open yet on these ones. There we go. See that? So see how they're spread out? And there's not as many. And you wouldn't want that many as the males, because once these things start producing fruit, they're actually gonna drop a bunch of extra fruit down to the ground. And so I'll probably get, yeah, them flies are bad out here today. So, get out of here. So this was grafted back. This is another H120 grafted onto something I don't know off the top of my head. And so, oh, is that what it is? U20A Celebrity. So let's see here. This one's females are right here. And it's kind of like if you look at a Bradford pear versus a regular pear, the flower's different. I mean, you can actually get a whole different kinds of colors and shades. Like if we go up to here, we'll go over here. There's a Rosseanca over here. But I don't know, due to the frost, if it got hit and there's no fruit this year. Nope, there is. Beautiful. Outstanding. Isn't that what Sergeant Gilbert would say? Outstanding. R.I.P. Sergeant Gilbert, Civil Engineering, 181st Fighter Wing. So that is a Rosseanca. That Rosseanca flower right there, once she is pollinated, get out of here, fly. Those fruit will hang on that tree all the way till late season, like January, February, or something like that. You have to actually cut them off. And they don't, it's kind of like a candy, but it's the first variety that was hybridized with an American and an Asian. So you get some of the Asian characteristics, but you get the cold hardiness of the American. But I will say this year, this tree got zapped by that frost, and it didn't kill it all the way back, but it definitely stunted it. Where the Americans that we were just in that area, they just had something about the genetics in the leaf that it didn't quite come out yet, or they were able to withstand just a little bit. So this is WS8-6. Let's go over here. This is why I label all this stuff. WS8-10. I could regraft this with something different. It's not one of my favorite, but it produces an abundance of fruit. I would give it a little bit of astringency more than I'd like it to have. The H120 has none of that once it gets ripe. It lingers a little bit. But because it does produce such quality, well, abundance, it has quantity, but it's dirty in the sense it has like these little black speckles. But I'm thinking it could be good for a jelly or good for a wine or some kind of a, like a, imagine a British pastry of such, like something that's cold. Whereas this Proc here, look at the flowers on this. They're already open. I just saw a bumblebee. I don't know if it was on here, but it flew off. But look at that. Perfect. Those honeybees can get right up in there. Yep, there we go. There we go. What are you? That is a native bee. That's not a honeybee. It's some kind of native bumblebee, which is what we want. Anything in pollinating, good. And then that's a, yeah, it's a lightning bug. Come here, girl. Let's see if we can't make you famous. So look at all that fruit up, that flowers up there. And I do believe that's a honeybee I just saw. So that's one of the things I want to know. How much nectar do persimmons produce at, say, 20 years of age? Because I know basswood, I think according to Michael Palmer. No, the different gentleman. But Michael Palmer's outstanding too. But the other gentleman was saying that one basswood tree is equivalent to like 3 acres of clover in one season per gallon. In the sense that 3 acres of clover, the bees pulling the nectar off that will produce, I don't know, let's say 200 pounds. And one basswood produces 200 pounds. Now, I don't know exactly what the math is or how accurate all that is, but the thought is, if you can have one tree that produces a couple gallons of nectar every few weeks, there's different species. Look at that. New phone. I'm trying to. You know, what would be the benefit to the pollinators? What would be the benefit to honeybees for people that produce, like in the big cities with all them big trees up there? And then if people are eating that kind of honey, especially in a cleaner environment, what's that do for them? So anyway, yeah, I think that covers all of it, you know? A couple flowers here, a couple flowers there. That's Proc. Proc is good. It's kind of like the WS8-8, the other one, but it just has that little bit more of a pucker than I want. I think H120 really sets the standard for American varieties. So this is something else. This is Proc's sister. So I don't know Cliff, England. So I'm gonna go ahead and let these girls go, because I'm probably gonna cut this back. And I want to promote these two because this is just a library for me, where I have, one of them's called Wonderland and Early Jewel. And so by keeping these genetics alive, it's just good in case somebody wants it for some reason. So until next time, bye-bye, see ya.